Hey everyone, it's Disney Nerd here. Little disclaimer, I didn't actually get the pins that I was meant to get on Saturday. Long story short, custom charges. Great. So this is a different type of video, so stay tuned after the intro to find out what it is, although the title will give it away. So if you couldn't tell by the title, this is a totally different type of video. It's just me sat down telling you my opinions and my top favourite rides and the 5 rides I have to ride at Hollywood Studios. Now Hollywood Studios has had a massive breakthrough and actually has more rides. When I went in 2018, they had opened Toy Story Land, but there wasn't that much to do before they opened that. Luckily they opened that in June, so it was still busy but still able to do it, but hard fast passes. So I definitely recommend everything that I tell you of my 5 rides. I would definitely recommend fast passing as soon as you possibly can. The fast pass tier is very different to Magic Kingdom's. It's similar to Epcot's, to be fair, but that's a whole nother video that I will probably do, so I'm not going to go into that. So anyway, here are my top 5 rides of Hollywood Studios. So my number 1 ride that I must ride every single time I go to Florida, every single time I go to Hollywood Studios, is Tower of Terror. Tower of Terror is one of the best rides, actually is the most terrifying ride for me. I was so scared about it when I went for the very, very first time in 2004, and then I could handle it in 2015, so I finally went on it, and then obviously I took Jordan on it in 2018, and it was amazing. They give you a ride photo with your photo pass so you can see your reaction. I think the best time that I actually rode it, a little story, it was the second time I rode it, and that was with my sister in 2015, and if I can find the picture I'll insert it. But basically there was this woman sat at the side of me with her boyfriend, and she was absolutely terrified, and when we were going up, she was like holding onto a chair, and she was literally right next to me, so I could feel her hand like there, like rubbing against me. And then we got like, it obviously like takes you up, and then the great thing about Tower of Terror is you don't actually know what you're going to do, because it's a completely different ride whenever you go on it. So you don't know how many drops you're going to do, you don't know if you're going to do all 13, you don't know if you're going to do 2, 8, whatever. Anyway, so like I said, she's like this, like pretty much holding my hand, but without holding it. And then, so we go up, and then it shows you the outside, so you can see how high you are. And then it dropped us, and it dropped us all 13 floors, and her hand, and she had very, very sharp nails, went like that. So the picture, I'm like trying to smile, and she's like this holding my hand, but we are quite far back, I believe, so you can't really see it that well. But oh my god, I actually had like a little dint in my hand where she grabbed me that hard. But that was like one of my favourite memories of the ride. I think it's always fun, like obviously because I've only done it on a 2, and there's like quite a few seats, so it is kind of fun to watch everyone's reactions. Like when me and Jordan went, there was like a little kid, I think she was like 5 or 6, and she was just not even scared. And there was like this woman, like a couple of rows behind her, like who was absolutely terrified. And Jordan was just like, how can you be terrified when you see that little kid who's just like absolutely buzzing for this ride? And yeah, everyone's different, but this kid was like no fear whatsoever. And like my cousins went on it, who you've met, Grace liked it, but Isabel really didn't like it. And if I ever get Isabel on here again, I'll get her to explain why, because she really did not like it. So anyway, that was number 1. So number 2 is Rock and Roll Roller Coaster. I love this ride. Me and my sister must have gone on it a good 4 or 5 times. We were taking different pictures because it takes your picture as soon as you like set off, as soon as the traffic lights go off. So the first time was the first time I'd ever gone on it with Becky. And then we went on again and again, and we actually spelled love with our hands because that's how chilled we were. It's just such a good ride, and I mean, obviously it's fast. You like shoot, I think it's like 80 miles an hour straight into a loop, and then it's really dark, so you can't really see anything, but hands down, it's one of my favourite roller coasters like ever. And yeah, it's so good. And the queues aren't too bad, so if you didn't have a fast pass for this, I would still recommend queuing, because it's not too bad. Like, we went on Tower of Terror, then we went straight for Rock and Roll Roller Coaster. The wait was long, but I think they're having a bit of issues with the ride. But usually 9 times out of 10, it's really not a long queue, because like it's that fast. So I would definitely recommend going on Rock and Roll Roller Coaster. It is awesome. So ride number 3 is Toy Story Mania. I love this one. I loved this one anyway. This was before Toy Story Land. This was such a hard fast pass to get, and I don't actually think me and my sister managed to get this for a fast pass. I think we queued, but it was worth it. It was so good. They shrink you down to the size of a toy. You put on some 4D goggles and you play carnival games against the other person. And I lost because I'm no good at stuff like that. Jordan won me and Becky won me. I think we went on it twice, me and Becky, so I think Becky won me twice, but Jordan only won me the once. So I still have my dignity. But I don't care. I just think it's so much fun. I'm really not a competitive person when it comes to that. Like, I will give it my best shot, but I have terrible aim, game-wise or real life-wise. I am shocking. I have very bad aim. So the fact that I actually get some points is a bonus for me. But yes, Toy Story Midway Mania, but it's just called Toy Story Mania now, I believe, is absolutely amazing. And the new queue is so good. Like, we went on it, we didn't fast pass it, but we went on it because it was so hot in Orlando when we went, and we went into the Toy Story Land section. It was so busy, so I was like, let's get out of it for a bit. Let's go in an air-conditioned queue and go on Toy Story Mania, because we wanted to go on it anyway. And it was just really cool because they've like made it a bigger queue because of where it was originally and where it is now. It's like quite far away, so they've made it a bigger queue. And then they've added like 2 sort of Instagram walls, if you like they've got the popsicle stands and the checkerboard. I think I have 2 pictures. I think I have both, so I will insert them if I do. And like, that's just an Instagram worthy picture, isn't it? And I'm wearing this top when I went, so you know, only fitting. And on the checkerboard one, because I'm literally wearing this top, some shorts, and my red and black Minnie Mouse shoes, like, I fit. It looks pretty good. But I don't think I ever posted on Instagram. Oh well, I don't think I did the purple wall. I did the bubblegum wall, and I did them too, but I don't think I did any others, because I wasn't a huge Instagram person. I'm more Instagram person now than I was before. So yeah, anyway, totally off topic. Toy Story Midway Mania is number 3. Okay, so there isn't that many rides in Hollywood Studios, so I had to pick some Toy Story Land ones. For anyone who is going at the minute, my number 4 is Alien Swirling Saucers. I loved that ride. I loved that ride more than Slinky Dog, because you're sat in an alien and it's like turning you around and twizzling you about, and it's just so much fun. And it's a proper kiddie ride, but Toy Story Land is like a kiddie area. Like, Slinky Dog is not like a really super fast roller coaster. Although I do think like some of it, like for a little kid, must be scary because it is not like your typical kid roller coaster. Like it's not Barnstormer. But anyway, but Aliens and Saucers is so much fun, and it's just a highly recommendation. I absolutely loved it. I only went on it once, and you saw that in my vlog if you've seen it, because we did actually film us on it, and it's just so much fun. So Alien Soil Saucers is definitely number 4. If I go back, that will be the 4th ride that I want to ride. So then finally, number 5 was Slinky Dog. Because yes, it is a kid roller coaster, but it is a must-do. If you're going to Walt Disney World and you may never go back, I would definitely recommend trying as many rides as possible. You will not be able to do it all unless you are a go-harder person, but please try not to do that because you need your rest, and that's all I'm going to say on that one. But Slinky Dog Dash is amazing, and I wouldn't queue like 60 to 70 odd minutes for it, but if you get a fast pass for it, do it. And if you're there first thing in the morning and it's not too bad, go do it, because it is so much fun. And Slinky Dog was just a disaster for us from start to finish, but then the ride was awesome, so it made up for it, because the weather was shocking, but before that I thought my fast pass was earlier and it wasn't, so we had to wait like a whole other hour, which was fine. It's just my mistake. And then it rained, so they actually closed down the ride. And when I say they closed down the ride, I mean we were literally just about to get on it and they closed down the ride. So then we had to sit and wait for like an hour. I think it was an hour, it might have even been 2, I can't remember. But then obviously we were the first people on it because we were about to get on it when they closed it. It's weather, you know, you can't knock the cast members, it's their job, their safety. So yeah, so eventually we went on it and it was really cool. I really enjoyed it. I see it more as the Snow White ride because there are some fast moments, there are some slow moments, and for a kids roller coaster, it's a good one for if you want to get a child into the very first roller coaster. Probably would recommend Slinky Dog over Snow White because it's a bit calmer. But it was super cool and definitely a ride that you must do if you go. So that was my top 5 rides that I love to do at Hollywood Studios. Please comment down below if you agree with me or if your list is different. These are just my opinions. They're not the rides that you must do. If you don't want to do them, that's fine. But I do think that these rides are worthy, and I think that they are definitely worthy of Fast Pass. I would always recommend Fast Passing as many of the rides as you can, just to save you on that queue time, because sometimes the queues can be ridiculous. And unfortunately, that's just the way that it is, because Disney is a busy place, and depending on what time of year you go, it's still going to be pretty busy. Like, we went in September, which is quite a quiet time, but it's still busy. Like, it's not going to be dead. It's not going to be a walk on every single ride, but that's okay. Like, that's all part of it. Like, I think queuing for the rides is quite fun because Disney make the queues themed to the ride. So, like, for example, in Toy Story Midway Mania, you're like walking through and they've like got like everything around them, and they've got like Mr. Potato Head that you can only see if you queue. You can't see him in the Fast Pass line, which is a shame because actually that was one of my favourite things. But like, you're walking through and it's like pictures like Candyland and like the fences and stuff, and it just makes you like more excited for the ride because of the theming of the queue. And sometimes the queue takes that long because people are constantly looking around. Like, I am one of those people that's looking around and checking all the queues out and like, oh cool, this looks cool, take a picture of this, take a picture of this. Like, that's sort of, I am that sort of person, so hands up if you are that sort of person. But yeah, I think the queue makes the ride, so I don't mind queuing. I've never minded queuing, but I would always recommend Fast Passing to just save you that little bit of time, and then that way you can go and enjoy more stuff like meeting characters, dining, the shows, because there's a lot of shows in Hollywood studios. I might do a different video on the shows, I'm not sure. That could be a future video. But yep, these are my top 5 rides. Comment down below if you agree and which ones are your favourite rides. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!